But man, in the beginning, I feel for y'all, because that is not easy, yo. Like, when you begin having freeform locks, oh Lord, that's hard. That's hard. Like, you can do it. Do it. If you're unsure, do it. But I just know it gets better. Like, just know that, like, it's a part of the process of your hair becoming tough and becoming kinky is also you becoming tough and saying, who cares what I look like? Hi, welcome to Mayowa's world. Okay, so I'm in a new location. I am in a hotel here in Hamburg. I have started my 2-week tour with my fellowship, which is kind of like being a rock star, except there's no sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There's just a lot of talks and discussions and visits, and I'm here for it though, because my life has been hectic as shit, yo guys. It's been hectic. I try to like wait at least 2 minutes before I start cursing, but your girl's probably made it about 30 seconds in. I moved out of my place, which was just dramatic. I don't even want to explain why, but I had to move out of my place into a new location that I'm subletting, simultaneously pack for this 2-week fellowship. Like, the day that I moved out and when the fellowship began was on the same day, so it was like me staying up for days, kind of cleaning the old apartment and moving my stuff slowly to the new apartment. And let's be real, like, having any kind of housing insecurity is just like such a takes up so much space mentally. So it's been tough for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie and be like, it's been great. Aspects have been amazing, but it's also just been like, fuck, life is super hard. But I think I can see my growth with how I'm handling this situation than how I was handling it like 4 months ago, where I just feel like I'm actually stronger, and I've been here before, so I know how to like level up. But it doesn't make it any less hard, any less difficult. It's fucking it's difficult, like insecurity in your life and uncertainty, especially with living. It's really hard. Plus, I have a lot of other stuff going on that I don't really want to get into too much detail in the videos. But just know your girl definitely needs a hug, to say the least. But I'm really grateful for this opportunity to still be traveling. And it's kind of like a vacation for me because I just have my life taken care of for 12 days, which is really, really, really relaxing. I'm like a bit late, but I'm going to finally make my 2-year lock update, because I think like a month ago was probably the beginning of when I had my locks. So I want to show you guys my hair, and I'm trying it out on my new camera, which I haven't quite figured out all the settings yet, but she's patient, so hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll get you some cinematic shots, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna think you're watching like the Titanic. That's not the right movie to reference for this, but it's gonna be cute. I'm gonna show you guys how my hair's looking and stuff, and how my hair's changed. It's some other cool stuff. I performed for Nike Women's Day, which was really fun because I was like a mixture of like stand-up and a women's empowerment speech, which is just the kind of stuff that I like to do. And I had this super cute jumpsuit. And that was fun. I mean, I've been doing a lot of fun things. I performed drag as well on Tuesday, and that was a really like deep piece to my heart. I did it to Fela Kuti, and then I did stand up, and then I did this Women's Day stand up / talk. And I've been busy, but I've just been I feel like I've been sprinting, to be honest, and I'm just happy that I can finally just take these 2 weeks to just like, you know. Should I show it? I have this super cute fanny pack. Let me show it. 1 minute. Bitch, she's coming to you with all the motherfucking styles, girl. Oh, yes. Bam, wham, wham. Anyway, I'm not gonna wear it during the video, but just know she cute. So I'm in a really funny place with my hair at the moment because I literally do nothing. So I've had my FreeForm Locs for 2 years, and at the moment I don't wash my hair with shampoo and I don't condition my hair, and I haven't been doing so for about maybe like a month or two. I had this like deep realization about shampoo that I'm like, I don't use products, so why do I shampoo my hair? But it also depends on the weather. Like, it was super cold and super dry, so shampooing wasn't doing, it was just taking more from my hair. But I think in summer, if I'm sweating, if my scalp's sweating and my scalp itches, then I'll shampoo it. I'm just going off of how I feel at that moment. Like, I haven't had any kind of reason to use shampoo. Also, I lost my shampoo a few weeks ago. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna try it out. But there has not been any like difference in my hair or anything. So in terms of like washing it, I put water. I wash every like 3 days, 4 days. I love water. I've talked about this in all my videos. I think water is like the key to everything. So I just use a lot of water, and then I wash my hair. I just lather it with my fingers. I don't really put any shampoo, and then I put coconut oil, and I'm like, good. She's good to go. Let's get into showing. So I don't really manipulate my hair. All I do is literally just this shit. That's all I do, because I wanted a middle part, a middle-ish part. It's not straight. So I just did that. But in the beginning I was like, maybe I'm a side part kind of girl, you know? So just do whatever you like, I guess. And this is the Glory. And I wonder if I'm still in the shot. Am I in the shot? But the thing that's the most surprising about my hair at this point is how much it's like in my face and like present. I think before, for so long, when your hair is shorter, you're so used to not noticing it. But when I let my hair down, it's so crazy how I see it in my peripheral, and it can get in my eyes and stuff, which is kind of cool. I feel kind of grungy, you know what I'm saying? Like a goth. Like I'm like, oh, my kind of emo a bit. But I have to always have a hair tie. Like, especially if I work out, like, there's no way I can work out without my hair getting too much, especially with fighting and shit. Like, yeah. Which then I have like sometimes I have a complication, because if I put my hair up, it's so tall that when I try to duck, it just, my head just gets hit, like my hair. But then if I put it down, then it's like in my face. But this is a first world problem. This is like a not problem. But anyway, it's easy to put up. My hair's just easy. Like, I'm like, all right, I want to do something. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Oh, I want to look different. There. And that's like all I do. Like, if I go to parties, if I go to events, I never actually style my hair, because I just like to feel it out. Also, when I put my hair in a ponytail, like, I don't know if it's because I think my scalp actually has gotten a lot more sensitive since I haven't been combing it and just beating the shit. Yo, every time I watch people with natural hair comb their hair, it like hurts, especially nappy hair. It like hurts my heart, because it looks just so violent. Like, you're like ripping your hair and then trying to just, it looks like you're beating your hair up. You know what I mean? So I think because I don't beat my hair up, my scalp is like, I love you. So my scalp feels really good. And like and then if I put my hair in a ponytail, I'm like, oh, it's tight, you know? But it's really funny, because I used to spend 10 hours getting a sew-in, and the way they would braid that shit and sew it, and then I would put it in a ponytail and it hurts, but I think you're just used to that kind of pain, and now I'm like not used to it. So sometimes I put my hair up for too long, for like maybe, I don't know, a few hours. I'm like, okay, I need to let it down. And I just go back and forth between that. So I always carry a hair tie on me, because yeah. I get, from a superficial level, I'm very happy with how it looks. Like, I think it looks magnificent, and I think it looks kind of how I feel. And to be honest, I've said this in many videos, I think the longer your hair is, the more people are like joyous about it and encouraging, which shouldn't be that way at all. I think short hair, when I see freeform locks and they're just in the beginning, I think this is the most beautiful stage. And I think that you're in the most vulnerable stage, because that's when I think it's the most questioning and trying. I don't really have anyone question my hair anymore, almost like at all, like ever. No one says any like slick, rude ass comments like I heard in the beginning, and people be like, oh, are you gonna do your hair, sis? Like, no one says any of that stuff, you know? People, it's pretty much just always cool, which that's its own thing, because I think having cool hair when it's just how your hair grows can be problematic, but for the most part, it's been across the board acceptable, especially now that I'm like doing my fellowship tour and I'm going to places that are professional or diplomatic. I feel very confident with my hair, and I'm like, this is who I am, and no one gives a shit, to be honest. At least I think no one gives a shit. Maybe they're like, and I'm like, I don't see you. So yeah, it's been good. I think there's always like these little sub baby dreads that come out of nowhere that just pop up in your head. I have some in like the middle of my head. It just somehow between two dreads, a third one just appears. I feel like I'm at this point where I'm seeing my hair every like week or so, and I'm like, oh, I can see a lot of change. Like I'm seeing a lot of growth. And I guess also too, because now it's in my peripheral, I can see the difference between when it was like here versus when it's here. And I'm guessing like when it gets here, you'll also see it. I think this whole Freeform Locs is definitely still a journey, because I think it's easy to hold your self-worth to how much your hair has grown. And I'm like always reminding myself, like, you can cut it off tomorrow. Like, don't get too attached to this and don't feel like it's completely your identity. It's actually just like the easiest way for you to exist. But I'm so happy I did it. Obviously, having Freeform Locs was one of the most monumental things that I've done in my life. It was a very pivotal point of my life of me saying like, hey, no, I'm not okay with constantly changing myself for you and like hating myself and buying all these products to then hate myself more. You know what I mean? Like for me, it was like a point of being like, if you're gonna book me for shit, book me how I look. Don't book me to then have to change me. Like if you want to work with me for who I am. Don't work with me for who you think I could be. Like this is me. Like I'm not changing. And that mentality has traveled across board for a lot of things that I do. And I think we're often afraid of like saying who we are, stating who we are, or living in our truth because we're afraid that people are going to hate us. And the thing is, it might be true, but then the way that it opens up doors for people who love you for who you are is immense. And it's fucking limitless, you know? So I think the more honest you are, the more you're living in your truth, the more people will always see that and gravitate towards that. And I think that's like what is a testament to my channel and the people who really support the work that I do and how I look and just encourage me, because, you know, to be a dark-skinned, nappy-head girl, there's so many fucking painful stigmas I have again about my hair. So to be in a position now where like I'm just really happy with my hair, and I'm also just happy existing. I don't feel this pressure like I'm competing to be the most beautiful dark-skinned girl with the best natural hairstyle. I'm just like, whatever, you know. And like the more people who have Freeform Locs, the better. Like the easier your life will be, and the more we have time to focus on like other stuff, like where are we going to get another fanny pack, or like, I'm just kidding on that one. Or focus on better stuff like, how am I going to change the world? And like, what's my purpose? And like, why am I here? And I have to constantly remind myself that like, I am not defined by how I look, period. Like, period. Like how I look or if I'm beautiful or not does not matter ultimately. What matters is my voice. And I always remind myself that. And I always try to keep pushing who I am as a person and being a better person, because that's what will last you to the end of your life. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have Freeform Locs when I'm 100 years old, but if I'm a good person, that's gonna be there when I'm 100 years old. So I think it's helped me shift my importance from my aesthetic, like how I look, to like who I am as a person. And in the process, it looks nice. And so yeah, like that's been my experience with my Freeform Locs in 2 years. But man, in the beginning, I feel for y'all, because that is not easy, yo. Like when you begin having Freeform Locs, oh Lord, that's hard. That's hard. Like, you can do it. If you're unsure, do it. But I just know it gets better. Like, just know that like it's a part of the process of your hair becoming tough and becoming kinky is also you becoming tough and saying, who cares what I look like? This doesn't matter. What matters is who I am as a person. And that's what I think Freeform Locs symbolizes to me, is like you have gotten to a point in your life where you're like, I am not aiming towards a Eurocentric standard of beauty that I could never really win at, but instead I'm just gonna be myself. And that's really fucking revolutionary if you are doing it authentically. So yeah, 2 years, man. 2 fucking years. Crazy. But thank you for watching. Have a great day. Choose.